Summertime topics, here we go. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Blake Smith. Yay.
Bug spray. Philip Espino.
Bug spray. It's like the essential deodorant of Florida. It's so swampy and humid out here. You can't step outside without getting bit by a mosquito. And I don't know what it is, but I've never had to purchase it myself. You know, mosquitoes just don't like my blood type. And I remember for a lot of my childhood, it was something I wish I always got every time I went to the drive-in theaters. You know, because our cars never had AC. So just rolling the windows down, you really just wanted some bug spray to keep all the bugs away. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.
4th of July. Distinguished Toastmaster Carmelo Gallardo III.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Close your eyes, please. Picture being on the coast, the Brooklyn side coast of the East River in New York City. Having the music simulcast on the radio with the boom and the lights exploding in the sky, going down the East River, around Lower Manhattan, and up the Hudson River. If you've never seen that, you missed out. Just like if you never got to the observation deck of my beloved Twin Towers. There's no explanation, except one word. Wow. And that gives us unity. Well, those of us who've been there. Gives us unity. Those of you who haven't been there, go check YouTube or check my Facebook page, because there's plenty of pictures. Mr. Tabletop
Summer attire. Marcia Bradley. Toastmaster Bradley.
Summer attire, it would be a subjective thing to think about. Everyone has their own idea of what summer attire should look like. It could be things that don't cover most of your body. It could be things that cover a lot of your body, depending on your physical skin needs. Because summer in Florida is quite dangerous. I would believe you would want to cover your body in the summer of Florida because depending on the amount of melanin that you have in your body, it might be very painful when you come home after a day outside in the Floridian summer. So the apparel that we choose is subjective. However, be stylish. Make sure that you do look good, because if you look good, you feel good. And if you get somewhere, you can still feel good about how you feel on the inside, but not on the outside. Okay? Summer attire.
Music in the park. Toastmaster Amy White.
In the park. Well, it would start with music in your car. So many people love loud music. Okay, I'm in good company then, because I usually don't drink caffeine, and instead I plug my phone in my car, and if I need a little boost, in fact, I have really good playlists, so if anybody needs a good playlist, come see me. I have ones that'll uplift you, ones that'll rock you out. So I love music, I love loud music, and that's what you listen to on the way to the park. And I know that in Winter Park during the holidays, we have the Bach Festival Choir that will perform amongst many others. So it's a great time to come together during the holidays in Winter Park for unity and good cheer.
Cold iced tea or cold beer? Toastmaster Brandon Moore.
That's a big surprise. Cold iced tea or cold beer? Lately, it's almost always cold iced tea. I do still like a beer every once in a while. You laughing at it? I still like a beer, of course, but iced tea, it's Florida. My grandmother used to put a jar of iced tea in a tea bag. I don't know, why was that tea so much better than any other tea that ever did? The sunshine. Yeah. And she would load it with sugar, just load it down with sugar, and then that was the one I liked. My grandfather had unsweet iced tea. And after a while, now I drink the unsweet iced tea because I like the bitterness, but I actually love matcha tea. If y'all haven't had matcha, it's been cool for a while. I just found out about it. It's good stuff.
My Aunt Betty had sweet tea that would put you in a diabetic coma. Road trips. Toastmaster Johanna Fonseca.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the perfect topic for me. For the last couple of years, every year, my family and I go on a road trip. We have actually visited 35 out of the 50 states. So if you guys need to know where to go for a weekend getaway, hit me up. The best trip that I've ever taken was going through Tennessee and going through the mountains and just picturing that view of your car almost falling over but not falling over. Been there, done that. Take care.
All right. Hamburgers or hot dogs? Toastmaster Tim Taylor.
Give it to him, man.
Well, I like to grill out. Who likes to grill out? Whoa! I bought a smoker one time, and I was going to smoke a turkey for Thanksgiving. Never smoked a turkey before, but I was going to be the tough guy, and I was going to smoke a turkey, and it would take all night to smoke this turkey. This was back when there was no electric, you had to put the wood chips in there with the water, and you had to babysit it all night. And I was cooking it, and about midnight, I woke up to this horrific smell. And I was like, what is that? And I was like, well, maybe it's just not done yet. So I go out and I put some more chips on there, whatever. About 6 o'clock in the morning, the smell was 4 times worse. And we were having Thanksgiving at our house. All our neighbors were coming over. I pulled the turkey out, and you know the liver that's supposed to pull out of the turkey? It's up under the neck. I thought it was in the back. And I cooked the liver into the turkey. It smelled so bad that it was in the house. We couldn't eat any of the meat. And some of my neighbors were kind, and they just ate a little bit of the part of it. And Mr. Smoker, I was not, but we had a good time anyway. Thank you very much.
Convertible sports car. Toastmaster Marty McCree.
Good
morning.
Convertible sports car, I do not have a story on, so I'm going to talk about my grilling story.
All right.
I used to cook my son steaks when he lived with me before he went off to college. And one time I decided to cook hamburgers, but unfortunately the grill had not been cleaned in a long time, and flames went really high. My neighbor across from me started saying, "Marnie, I see flames." And I was like, "I know, I'm on the phone with 911. The police came, the fire department came, 3 trucks. It was so embarrassing. The firefighters came out and they were like, "Ma'am, do you want to save your steaks and your hamburgers?" I said, "No, they're pretty well done." And it did not bring unity in my household that day because my son was still hungry and I had burnt food. Thank you so much.
School's out. Toastmaster Gina Resende.
School is out or is in?
They sound so much alike. School's out.
Out. Oh my God, these expressions. I I have to, but I am smart enough to figure that out. Right? Amy, help me. School is out, no more school vacation, or school is out, we start school? Vacation.
Summertime.
Well, I am a teacher, but unfortunately, I don't have vacations. I do have, but look at my, do you hear my voice? This is what a teacher sounds like when she's a good one. And a language one. So, I think it is wonderful when we have a vacation, and it's wonderful when we teach. So, that's it. I have seen the
Hurricanes. Toastmaster Maria Gardner.
Well, I was going to talk about how much I love summer because it is my favorite season. And I think, in my opinion, it brings a lot of unity. We have 4th of July, we have vacations, we have a lot of fun. But Blake here has given me the topic of hurricanes, which is probably the worst aspect, one of the worst aspects of summer. I am not from Florida. I moved here about 3 years ago, and I wasn't familiar with hurricanes when I moved here. And I learned that everyone tells you, be prepared, but they don't tell you what you're supposed to do. And so it was an interesting experience to get to know hurricanes, not my favorite part.
Everyone knows in Florida, if a hurricane comes, you go to the store, buy as much bread as you can carry. Apple pie. Toastmaster Morris McNitt.
Apple pie. Never been a big apple pie fan. My preference has been, unfortunately, my favorite thing was chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse. I had a chocolate mousse pie for my birthday. Not this year, many years back. Unfortunately, that's something I shouldn't have. I should not indulge in that anymore. But it's something that I truly love. And I have achieved unity with chocolate mousse pie.
Key West. Toastmaster Catherine Mosier-Belay.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Key West, what am I going to say about Key West? I like to scuba dive, and Kip and I went on a trip with a convertible. You probably meant bug spray. Called it the bugs by him instead of me. And we went down to Key West after we had gone to John Pennekamp Park. And we went to the Sunset Festival. And we saw lots of crazy people. And I just remember, and I don't know if I can say this or not, but I'm going to say it anyway. There was this guy that got cats to jump through hoops by blowing on their butthole. So that was the craziest thing that I had ever seen. So I'm going to be shocking this morning. And I know that won't cause unity because some people will get upset and some people won't. So I just thought I'd mix it up today. And wait too long.
Voting. Toastmaster Eugenia Rotari.
Eugene. Imagine 1990,
right? In the Soviet Union. And the country is filled with cars made in Italy in 1960s. And then you go to the expo and you see a beautiful cherry color Chevy convertible sports car. And what do you think? You think of impunity, because now the world seems all together and all imported cars are in my country. Since then, I couldn't think of a better car, and I was fascinated by the American design, and that was the expo that brought the car in to the city. That, of course, led to the disruption of the Soviet Union. It fell in about 1 year after that. But I thought this story needed to be told to compensate for the
Voting and geopolitical essays, I like that. Corn on the cob, Toastmaster Linda Miller.
Thank you for that table topic. So this is about summer vacation, correct? So corn on the cob does not fit into summer camp as a kid. So my mom forced me to go to this summer camp. It was called Camp Having Fun. Yes. But nobody was having fun in the dead of the heat in South Florida when you would go to monkey jungle, parrot jungle, and all of those just heated places. And our camp counselors would literally stand at the water fountain and count to 10 for everybody. You'd be gulping down the water so fast because you were drenched in sweat and you just couldn't wait to get into the cool bus. So hot summers at Camp Having Fun in South Florida was probably summer just vacations I did not want to replicate again. Yeah.
Buying a new bathing suit, Toastmaster Benjamin Urrutia.
See, you got a wobble.
But sometimes that could be a big tragic moment.
Yes.
Especially when you feel that, oh, you are in shape. So then you try that on at home, and you see that it is just good for a baby. So this is not something that you have to take good care of, because you don't realize that little by little, you go from the state of like this guy to the moment of that guy, well, that one, yes. So you never realize that little by little you're gaining weight. And this is why you have to have alternative methods, like eating less, and sometimes having a good breakfast like the one that we have here in Toastmasters, don't we?
Our last table topic, theme parks. DTM Mark Ayler.
Thanks for including me. Theme parks. Not my favorite thing. In fact, I've actually been to a theme park about 3 months ago. My son and his wife and children were there, and they invited me to have dinner there. And it's a fascinating experience because I don't know how y'all feel at theme parks, but to me it feels like you're kind of being herded over into different areas. But it went really smoothly, and the food was actually eatable. It's pretty good. I ended up paying the bill, you know, for $60 a person. What do you expect? But frankly, it was a wonderful theme park experience, and it was great unity for me and my family. Thank you.